This is 80-year-old Wellman Simmons, who lived with his wife in Campton, California. He lives there with his adult daughter Whitney Simmons, along with his granddaughter. Simmons was considered a pillar of the community because he went to all the community meetings, because he owned a few businesses as well as ran a company, and he also ran a few of the apartment complexes around town. The small town of Campo that has over 3,000 people were shocked one day when they found out that Simmons was arrested, because they came to find out that his real name was not Wellman Simmons and that he's not 80 years old, but his true identity is Donald Santini, and he's actually 65 years old. He's been on the run for the past 40 years, living in plain sight of everybody, all because he wanted to live a loving and happy life. So here's the reason why he's been on the run. Because in 1978, while he was serving in the US Army, he was convicted of having a non-consensual relationship with a woman while he was stationed in Frankfurt, Germany. Now, he was convicted and he served his time there. Shortly afterwards, he was discharged from the military, where he returned back to his home state where he got married and had a child. But then shortly afterwards, he was arrested again for allegedly robbing a convenience store with a knife. Shortly after being released from jail on bond, he skipped town, leaving his wife and child behind, moving to Florida and assuming the identity of Charles Michael Stevens. Now, once he moved to Florida, he started working as a janitor at a hotel, where he started a relationship with a woman named Pamela Kincaid, and shortly afterwards, they moved in together with her 2 children. And that was when he also met Cynthia Woods, who worked as a manager at a daycare that his girlfriend's children went to. Now, police also believe that Donald had allegedly tried to date Cynthia at the same time he was dating Pamela. Now, all that changed on June 6, 1984, when Cynthia Woods had mysteriously disappeared. Donald Santini was at the top of that list of suspects because on the day that Cynthia had disappeared, he had arranged to meet up with her to help her out with a custody battle she was going through with her ex-husband. And 2 days later, after she disappeared, her body was found fully clothed in the watery grave in Riverview, right outside of Bradenton, Florida. This case returned to a 39-year-old cold case, all because Donald had skipped town again and changed his name to Wellman Simmons. Throughout the 39 years he was on the run from law enforcement, he would appear on America's Most Wanted about 3 times. The first one was in 1990, again in 2005, and then again in 2013. But one thing law enforcement didn't realize was that he was right underneath their nose the whole entire time. Even in 2018, he gave a news interview over a story that they was covering in San Diego, and they still didn't recognize who he was. And after 39 years on the run, the only thing that brought him down was trying to renew his passport. Yeah, that's what brought him down, was his passport. He is currently being held at the San Diego Central Jail until he's able to be extradited back to Florida.